Joining me now is Khansarinia, Vice President of the National Union for Democracy in Iran. Cameron, thank you so much for some of your time. I want to talk about reaction, but before that, I'd like to dig into a bit of what Robert was reporting there. We know sudden deaths like this are always shocking, but how does the president's death impact Iran in both the short and the long term?
Thank you for having me on your program. It's good to be with you. It depends on how you look at Ebrahim Raisi. If you look at Ebrahim Raisi as the president of the Islamic Republic and Abdullahian as the foreign minister, it's not all that consequential. However, as it came in your report, as Mr. Sherman was referring, if you look at Ebrahim Raisi as one of the leading contenders to replace Ali Khamenei as the supreme leader of the Islamic Republic in Iran, then it's quite a significant development, and this will have long-term implications for the regime in Iran. The fact that you had the president of a government and his foreign minister traveling together on the same helicopter, a helicopter that I think it's worth mentioning was purchased more than 50 years ago by the previous regime, by the late Shah of Iran, just shows you how much importance, how little importance the Islamic Republic places on its president and even on its foreign minister. Because as was alluded to, the real decision maker, where the buck really stops in Iran, is with Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei. So this won't really change much in the short term. However, when you look at Ebrahim Raisi as one of the two leading contenders to potentially take over the top job of Supreme Leader after the death of the old and sick Ali Khamenei, then this is quite significant. Many eyes are now turning to Mojtaba Khamenei, the son of the supreme leader. And in one of the great ironies of the Islamic Republic is that it overthrew a hereditary monarchical regime and is now seeking to implement its own religious dictatorial monarchy, in effect, by having the leadership pass from father to son, the son having no real qualifications whatsoever. So the death of one of the leading candidates for the supreme leadership of Iran is indeed significant.
Absolutely. Well, there is video also, Cameron, of people appearing to celebrate outside of the Iranian embassy in London. What about the people of Iran? What is the overall sentiment right now?
You know, for a long time, there was this attempt by the regime to divide Iranians, those who are abroad and those who are inside the country. What we're seeing today, and what we've been seeing increasingly in the past several years, is that those divisions don't really exist. The Iranian diaspora is uniquely connected to their home country, to their compatriots inside Iran. So the protests that we're seeing today in London and Paris really take root in the celebrations that you're seeing inside Iran. Last night in Iran, you had people shooting off fireworks. You had people opening bottles of whiskey and tequila while alcohol is banned in the Islamic Republic, and those who are found to have consumed it can be subjected to public lashings for the mere crime of having a drink. So people are shooting off fireworks, they're having drinks. Iranian social media was really ablaze last night with so many different types of memes and jokes and commentaries. Iranians celebrating the fact that Ebrahim Raisi is dead. And this might come as a shock to many people when the president of one's country is likely dead in a terrible crash. And when he is found to be dead, the citizens of that country celebrate. But if you read just the very basics about Ebrahim Raisi, I think you and your viewers, certainly you know as a journalist, your viewers will understand why Iranians are celebrating this death. Ebrahim Raisi, not only as part of a system, but personally was responsible for the death of tens of thousands of innocent Iranians. He, as a member of the judiciary and as later head of it, presided over kangaroo courts, which lasted merely seconds, and his victims were sent to the gallows. They were shot in prisons. They were raped. So this man is a criminal. He's a mass murderer. And it's no surprise that Iranians inside the country are celebrating him. I think the only things that Iranians regret about his death is the fact that he didn't live long enough to see the Islamic Republic, his regime, crumble under the weight of protests inside Iran, and that he didn't live long enough to face a trial by the Iranian people for his crimes.
Yeah, we will certainly see what happens in the days, weeks, and months ahead.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.